Hello guys and welcome, it is ThatSrb2DUDE here today bringing you another Splatoon 2 video. Now in this video I'm going to be talking about my experience with the EGX 2017 tournament, or the Splatoon 2 UK Championships thing that happened basically yesterday. Now I have a lot of feedback to give for Nintendo mainly because I feel like they really need to step up their game if they're going to try and host any future competitive tournaments for Splatoon 2 in general. Now outside as a spectator, yes, the presentation of everything, if you watch the Twitch stream, it is amazing. How they present themselves on stream is very, very professional, and I like that part. But I guess the things that I really want to bring up is the things that you don't exactly see when it's not being streamed. Now let's talk about how you actually qualified for the Splatoon 2 UK Championship. There were various different methods that you could qualify. There was one through Nintendo Life, there was one through ESL, and there was one if you went to Insomnia, which is the one we won. And the last way of qualifying is by participating in one of the Nintendo Players UK tournaments that was basically everywhere around the UK. Now all of this is fine, you know, that's how you qualify, that's just how it's done. But let me just tell you one thing from Insomnia that carried on to EGX 2017. First thing, you could not have us be playing on 40-inch TVs. In competitive games like this, precision and accuracy is very, very big. And as a lot of people know, a 40-inch or 50-inch TV, playing it for competitive, there is a lot of input lag. So being precise and being accurate and being the best you could possibly be is much harder than it has to be. So literally any other Nintendo tournament, don't have them play on big TVs because there is added input lag that we don't already need in the game. Make sure it's 21-inch to 27 inches that have a 1 millisecond response time. So just so you guys know, top 16 and the quarterfinals were all done in a different area before it was actually streamed. This was all on the big massive TVs that we were basically made to play on. But this thing, what I really want to bring up is using our own consoles. So throughout the qualifying stages and throughout the entire tournament before it was streamed, we were made to use our own consoles, which is basically fine. This is great. Let us use our consoles. This was all good up until the quarterfinal rounds. But when we come to the semi-final rounds, when all the matches are starting to be streamed, this is where I have a real big problem. We are told that we aren't allowed to use our own consoles when we're on the stage. Nintendo has provided us with Nintendo's Tournament Edition consoles of Splatoon 2, which honestly is no different from the actual game, and their reasoning is because potential cheating, which doesn't even exist. So basically we weren't allowed to use our sub-weapons, we weren't allowed to use basically anything that we had worked up for. We were basically forced to use their edition of the game. Now this is the thing I really don't understand with this, is that how are you going to advertise the Nintendo Switch as, hey, bring your Nintendo console to the tournaments and use all your stuff that you've worked for in the tournament? Like in the advertisements, they encourage this. They encourage us to use our own consoles to play against each other with. But then you come back and tell us that we have to use your consoles, which is basically going against what you encourage. Like, we were allowed to use our own consoles all in the earlier rounds, but now when it comes to being streamed in the semi-finals, we aren't allowed to use our own consoles. Everything we worked for, what was the point? And on top of all of this, this was also a major problem. The console they gave us was in version 1.2. So you know the Tri-Sasha, you know the Ink Armor, you know Inkjet? All of that meta came back from the dead. Honestly, I don't really feel that Nintendo know how much of a big meta change 1.2 was to 1.3. 1.2, Ink Armor, Tri-Sasha, Inkjet. That's literally how competitive went. In version 1.3, Ink Armor and Inkjet isn't as strong as it used to be. It can still be used well, but it's nowhere near as strong as it was in version 1.2. And this is where, personally, for Team 4D, get really screwed over. Because as you know, with 1.3, Baller is really strong. In version 1.2, Baller is not strong at all. So the composition that we had practiced for over 2 weeks, L3 Nozzle Nose, 52 Gal, regular Splatter Shot, and a Jet Squelcher. That was our composition, which entirely got screwed over because all of those weapons besides the Jet Squelcher, the 3 weapons that we had picked weren't as strong in version 1.2 as in version 1.3. The strategies and everything we had planned of what we're going to do to all the teams, all of that was thrown out the window because we had to adapt to version 1.2, which we had not practiced for. Like personally, I did not practice to use a 10 attack with Inkjet for this tournament. None of my teammates had practiced ThatSrb2DUDE for this tournament because we weren't going to do it in the first place. But the thing is, we had to because the L3 wasn't going to be as strong, the 52 gal wasn't going to be as strong, the splatter shot wasn't going to be as strong, so pretty much we were just entirely screwed in the semi-final. Now, first of all, I just want to say I'm not going to take away anything from all the other teams that we had played in the semi-finals. We got beaten by Team Mako, so I'm not taking anything away from them. How the tournament run with Nintendo's rules, everyone played fair and square. I mean, everyone kind of got screwed over. Us mainly because we were the only team that used that type of composition in the previous rounds in version 1.3. And all in all, it is just not good. Like, we should be made to use our own consoles in a Nintendo tournament or in any other tournament. As we were made to use their consoles, they didn't have their consoles updated, and they've told me that they can't even update them. Like, I believe version 1.2 was in August. Like, how can you not have your console updated from that amount of time? Now, if it was the case that we were going to be playing on version 1.2, at least let the players know, because we found out for ourselves. When we got on stage, when we sat down in the chairs, we turned on Splatoon, it said version 1.2. So we were just like, oh snap. Alright, so the ThatSrb2DUDE has the same range it has now. It still has that stupid amount of damage it does, much more durable, inkjet paints more, and is much more powerful. And because of this, we were in shock because we were just like, okay, so literally everything that we have practiced for, everything that we worked for is gone out the window because it's not going to be able to match up to the force of that type of meta. I mean, we're competitive players, we know this stuff. So the outside look of the tournament looked really good. Like, I guess a lot of people really liked it. You know, it was probably very, very enjoyable to watch. But the inside look of it was bad. It was so bad. Like, I really hope somebody from Nintendo is watching this, because you really need to step it up when it comes to running a tournament. You need to let your players use their own consoles. So literally there was a lot more complaints than praise with this, because I really want Nintendo to step their game up. Like, you gotta let them use our own consoles. Like, the potential cheating thing, like, competitive players can tell if something shady is happening in the game. So, and also at this point, there are no hacks for the Nintendo Switch, so the thing of potential cheating is completely irrelevant, and all the players there are known for not able to hack. They don't know that. So really, I had to get this out of my mind. It was very, very just annoying because we had worked so hard practicing this composition that's not strong in version 1.2, and we weren't even told it was till 1.2 until because we found out ourselves. So I'm just going on. I'm just going to stop this video because I'm just really, it's just not okay. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please, if you did, please like, favorite, comment, and subscribe to this channel if you have not already. Follow me on Twitter and Twitch, both in the description below. Do it for both if you're feeling generous. And as always, guys, this has been ThatSrb2DUDE, and I shall see you guys in a future video.